r/AskReddit, Reddit, what's your most? I'm with the boomers on this opinion. I'm not downloading a fucking app to use your menu. Most features in cars should have buttons. Want to turn on your heated seat? Button, not scroll through 3 screens. Not everything needs to connect to the internet or have an app attached to it. I just want my fridge to keep shit cold. I don't understand why we have to bring Wi-Fi into this situation. I don't need a subscription for everything. No, you don't need my phone number or email, just let me buy my shirt and get the fuck out of the store. Having to create a username and password to join just about anything online is a royal pain in the ass. Good gravy, this got way more attention than I was expecting. I will check out Password Manager, seeing as it is highly recommended. For the record, I often see boomers much more fed up with computer requirements that require jumping through hoops more than younger generations. I don't think younger generations love these irritating requirements, but if anyone feels this is not a boomer opinion, I really don't have the energy or care enough to argue. Sometimes it's faster, and easier, to just plug something in, instead of dealing with Bluetooth connectivity. There's something nice about knowing how to get it connected and being able to physically connect/disconnect. TV is getting too dark. Not emotionally, it is visually too dark and I can't see it. Physical keyboards are better than virtual keyboards. Music in bars is too loud. Edit to add that I've been a touring musician and live sound technician. I love music, but it actually sounds better at lower volumes, and I want to be able to hear it into my old age. Screw fast fashion, my clothes should be made to last. I'm not rich, so it's unavoidable, but I'm willing to spend extra on clothes that aren't made of plastic, and I do my best to repair my damaged clothing instead of throwing it out. I don't really know if this is a boomer opinion per se, but you don't need to document everything you do and post it to your social media. Sometimes it's better to just live in the moment and enjoy what's happening around you. Standard headlights on new automobiles are too bright. Literally being blinded by every other car during the daytime, wondering if their brights are on. Things aren't made like they used to be. Everything you buy now is so cheaply manufactured. Even high-end furniture uses cheap particle board and crappy joinery. We bought a pretty high-end couch a few years back and it's barely holding together. Edit, thanks everyone for commenting and thank you for the award. I've been on Reddit since 2008 and have never had a comment get this much action. Certain things shouldn't require you to download an app and / or create a whole account, including ordering food in a restaurant, paying for parking, buying something online, sending a parcel. When you're in a public place, you should respect others around you but not being disruptive with your behavior. For example, not playing music on your phone without headphones while on a bus, in a restaurant, etc. If you're walking on a crowded sidewalk, get off your fucking phone. It's not the job of other pedestrians to avoid you while you make your vlog. Awareness of your surroundings is important. I work with software/security, and the more I learn in this field, the more it makes me allergic to smart home devices. I'm convinced they are for people who don't know how they work, which is what they are banking on. And these devices are most certainly not smart. Along the same line for home appliances. If it needs an app to operate, it's a shitty device and you're making a mistake. Basic home appliances, fridge, washer/dryer, etc., do not need a touch screen. Tipping has gotten out of control coming from someone who relies on tips for income. It hurts people who actually should be getting them, because now people are extremely agitated about any and all tipping. I was just at a music festival and the guy who exchanges your cash for drink tickets, not even the person who pours the beverage, had an iPad with tip options starting at 18%. You should really put your phone down when you're out to eat with people. Maybe it's because I grew up with that rule, but I know when I'm getting lunch with a friend or something I find it incredibly irritating when they're on their phone. Edit, holy shit, my first award? Kids shouldn't touch any electronic devices until a certain age. I work in tech, but if I ever have kids I will still enforce this rule. It makes me sad to see 1-year-old babies glued to phones. I've got quite a few, but my biggest one is: products aren't made to last anymore. Planned obsolescence has to stop. Here's where I differ from boomers: not only is it bad for the environment, it's shitty justification for making terrible products. Give me back my headphone jack. A lot of products were made better in the past. Pyrex is a prime example, but there's thousands more. Planned obsolescence as a consequence of prioritizing quarterly profits over customer satisfaction is another nail in the coffin of this current version of the economy we live in. Many things, which basically all trace back to sundry get off your fucking phone situations. Touchscreen cars are not a good idea. I want a human customer service operator, not an automated operator or chatbot. Social media is poison. He says on Reddit. I like physically owning the movies you love. I have friends who love the movie and watch it on Netflix whenever they can. And then Netflix removes it. And if it's a rare find, then you might never see it again. Owning a physical copy means you get to keep it and cherish it forever. And if you're on a plane, where the movie options can sometimes be garbage, a handheld Blu-ray player is your answer. Also, I love the artwork of Blu-ray covers. Another reason to have a physical copy. There is an old acronym KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Just because you can make something super flashy / complicated / intriguing or otherwise impressive, doesn't mean you should. This goes from everything from cars to computer software to movies and film. Trying too hard to make something impressive only leaves you with something that may look pretty but doesn't have proper support. Millennial. I agree that sometimes at work you need to pick up the phone because it's easier than sending text message back and forth. College should be something you can work a summer job to pay off a semester for, and the fact that it's not is nuts. Edit, stop responding to this, please. I meant more the attitude the boomers have towards it, as many gloat that they were able to just work a summer job and pay off their tuitions and don't care to acknowledge how much that has changed. About 20 people now have chimed in with "well, actually. I get it. Get off my lawn." Social media is the reason for a lot of problems. Sometimes I do just want to grill. The sheer amount of younger people I've seen with horrible people / social / conversational skills blows my mind, and I firmly believe it is greatly in part due to phones and social media. Boomers always say shit like "go play outside, interact with the world, spend less time on your phone, etc., and I wholeheartedly agree. I'd rather interact with a real person instead of dealing with automated phone voices or customer service bots on websites. Coca-Cola tastes better out of glass bottles than plastic bottles. Touch screens in cars are a fundamentally bad idea, and physical buttons, or similar controls, need to be brought back. Distracted driving is at an all-time high. Touchscreen controls literally require you to take your eyes off the road and can create a longer time of inattention due to their complexity. I have an old-ass car with physical controls. I can do dang near anything, radio, climate control, etc., without taking my eyes off the road and in much less time. Stop filming everything at concerts or shows or whatever. Enjoy it. I absolutely hate speaking to machines, which is why I hate having an Alexa in the home. Also, having smart lights, in which we have to use an app to turn on and off lights in our home. A standard light switch would do. TikTok is a toxic app that is having a negative impact on Gen Z. Social media is pretty toxic. It's amazing how much better my mental health got after deleting Facebook. Although ironically, seems boomers have made the switch to being all over FB, Twitter, etc. Also, as someone else posted, you really don't need to publicly post every second of your life. I've gotten to the point of mildly cringing on the occasions I pull out Snapchat and see someone posting 15 to 20 photos of a single night. Physical media, owning books, movies, and music, is far superior to a subscription service, or digital content. I prefer reading on paper, not on screen. Cooking on the grill and having a beer is better than going to that overpriced new restaurant. Language has evolved really quickly, and what's socially acceptable changes every year. I'm with the boomers in that if we use language that is outdated, please assume ignorance, not malice. I accidentally used a slur a few years ago that is common in my community, referring to eye shape, and had no idea it was a slur until someone told me. Thankfully, kindly and privately. I do wish the assumption was you probably didn't know this, but... and not you are a bigot. Not everyone deserves a trophy. You should experience failure and disappointment in life. It's a teaching experience. Stop getting so pissy when you don't automatically get your way. If you have shared walls or live in an apartment building, you need to respect quiet hours of 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. I get so grumpy if my building neighbors are loud past 10 p.m. Things were made to last back in the day, and it was very easy to fix when broken. Cars, appliances, etc. Nothing is made to last anymore, and it's very difficult to fix. Anything that needs an app to operate is probably garbage and won't last very long. Soda tastes better when cane sugar is used. And if you really love a movie, TV show, or album, go buy it on the physical format of your choice. Also, I really like the movie theater experience. Really, outside of my politics, I'm not really in tune with my generation. I could probably list a bunch of opinions of mine that are probably boomer. Googling recipes while cooking and having to read everyone's life story and family history to get to the ingredients drives me batshit insane. I've gone back to cookbooks. Delayed gratification is an important survival skill. If you find it hard to sit quietly for a half hour with no distractions, then there is something wrong with your mental state. You won't make it if your lifestyle changes even a little from its current state of decadence. Less an opinion but related. Stock lots of canned good. Works good in pinch and saved my butt when COVID first hit and it was impossible to get any food. I try to always keep at least a few days worth of food in canned good around, just in case. When liquor, drugs, or tits are out, keep your phone in your pocket. I see too many people just randomly posting pictures of others in situations that should not be photographed. Voting is important. Turn the music down. No, you don't have excellent taste in music and nobody wants to hear it. Stop being jerks. The world doesn't owe you anything, and life isn't fair. Hard work might not guarantee success, but no one wants to hear you bitch if you aren't willing to try. Woke culture is annoying. People don't realize that celebrating things like sexuality, especially in the presence of children, or skin color is idiotic. If being gay or being black is supposed to be normal, then why the fuck do we need parades for it? You are a clueless idiot if you pay $150 for a concert ticket and spend the whole time watching it on your cell phone. Being careful with spending money and not just YOLOing all the time. Being financially healthy brings peace of mind. Most people don't train their dogs well enough because they treat them like children, then they can't handle them when they're reactive and put people and other dogs in danger. Make your kids go outside and play. They need hours of playtime in fresh air and socializing. Stop keeping them cooped up on computer games. I had to teach my 11 and 12-year-old nephews how to ride bikes last summer because they never learned how. They were never outside long enough. Their parents still don't let them go outside. Just about the furthest left-leaning guy you'll find, and I'm pretty against cancel culture. In theory I understand it, and think it should still be used people like Kanye West. But when we're digging years back to find something someone tweeted once when they were 16, that seems a little unfair. I held opinions at 16 that I now think are silly at 25. People change, they shouldn't be immediately crucified. If you hand me something at a counter and our interaction ends with my payment, I'm not tipping. Just because you can say something, doesn't mean you should. Think twice, speak once. I'm only 28, raised by my father who was 39 years older than me. Just seems like people pop off at the mouth way faster than in previous generations. All these comments make me feel much younger now, glad I wasn't the only one who got the old school raising. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you have enjoyed this video and subscribe to never miss an upload.